Today we're in a weird and wacky.
Do you want to say exactly where we are?
Sure. Actually, we can't.
We are okay.
We can't.
Beep that. Beep that. Beep that. We rented the top floor, actually. We talked about this on a bonus episode.
It's very nice.
It's very nice. I'm very excited. And we have Kim and Hannah behind the camera. They have a mic, but no camera. Scoot and...
it's a ragtag operation today because we brought all this stuff from
No
home.
E.
And
so
E's not here. We don't have a producer.
It's
so.
Bob and I. It's Bob and my cameras, Bob and my
Anything
lights.
that goes wrong, we have nobody to blame.
Bob and my
We
mics.
can't yell at E.
I know.
Who's Mike?
You know what this is? Huh? Oh. You know what this is kind of like, actually?
What?
It's kind of cute because usually when we do this together, we have E stuff. And then we do it remotely, we have our own stuff.
Right.
But this time, we've brought a mix of all our own stuff. So it's like the remote episodes coming together
That's so cute.
in a coffee shop.
That's amazing.
Oh my God, I like the way you squeezed my hand a little. Nintendo Direct.
We're in a terrible situation because there's rumors of a Nintendo Direct this week.
Yes. Yeah.
And it would... We're already recording this.
Yes. We already had this booked. This place
So
booked.
if there's a Nintendo Direct before this comes out, we need to talk. What are we going to do?
Here, as we sit here right now, it is Saturday the 4th. We were told yesterday that a Nintendo
By
Direct...
Mr. Nintendo
By Mr.
himself.
Nintendo, that a Nintendo Direct is likely for Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. We upload these on Thursday.
God, I hope it's Wednesday.
So-
Wednesday would be a good time.
It would be a good time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could just sit here and talk about rumors and what we expect. I mean, we kind of already expected a Direct anyway in February because we always get one in February. So now would be a good time for us to make this episode anyway.
Yeah.
But what the fear is that we'll make this in hopes of a Direct and then they'll reveal it on like Tuesday with like Breath of the Wild Direct, focusing on Breath of the Wild, and then we make a whole episode. Oh, I hope we see Metroid.
And no matter what, though, we're gonna speculate what's gonna happen in the Direct, and then we're gonna be immediately out of date because
completely.
Yeah, we're not gonna get everything right.
So I think what the plan
we'll get most of it right.
We're gonna be wrong anyway.
Yeah, I know.
I think what the plan is right now you and I are gonna sit here with our knowledge that we have of a possible Direct and discuss what we would like to see, hope to see, and what we will likely see. Now, if they reveal on like Tuesday that they're gonna do a Direct, or Monday, we'll just drop this episode immediately.
That's the plan. Usually the way Nintendo Directs work is they announce it a day or two before they drop it. So Monday, we should be getting an announcement. If we don't, something weird's happening.
Okay.
They should announce it. I think I just heard Jackson downstairs check in to the front of the coffee shop.
Where's the party?
Excuse me, I'm here. My name's Jackson.
My name's Scooty, and I'm here for the boys. Yeah, someone's
Hello.
coming up. Hi, we just started, buddy. Take
Sit
a seat.
down.
Oh, God, don't yell at me.
Don't knock anything. Don't breathe on anything because it's a rinky-dink operation.
Yeah, sit in that far corner over there because you're very loud and the mic will pick you up great. No.
Next to Kim. You guys can't see any of this.
Yeah. Pointed
Just
over.
picture Scoot going, woo.
Thank you.
Why are you being so mean?
Thanks for coming, buddy. So
they'll hopefully announce something on Monday.
Yeah.
Which this will be irrelevant to everybody because they'll have already known.
Yeah.
So if they announce it on Monday, we'll either get it Tuesday or Wednesday. If they don't announce anything on Monday,
we might be okay.
Happening. We might be okay.
If we get through Monday and Tuesday with no announcement, we're fine.
Meaning what? What's we're fine mean?
Meaning the Direct will be next week.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Well,
definitely.
We'd be in the same boat.
Here's
We'd be in the exact same boat.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
The person that told me, I don't know if I outed them last time. The person that told me about this told us the last time, and they were right. They were 100% right, and we changed our plans and everything to cater for that, and it worked out great.
Yeah, it did work out great. But
we already had this place booked for today.
Yeah, no, we were screwed.
We were screwed.
Last time they were right to the date. But I think Nintendo is pretty... But they're behind on a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that it's possible that they could have been, rumored, or it could have like they were planning on doing something next week, and
you're hoping.
That it's going to be delayed.
But you
the only thing that you shut the fuck up.
You
shut
saw
your little stupid mouth. Yes, the only when you first told me, I was like, bullshit, it's not happening next week. Then
I think it is.
I saw the whole thing with Advanced Wars.
Yeah,
Advanced Wars
has
been delayed
rumored
for 1,000 years.
Yeah,
and it's rumored to shadow drop next week, and that would just go perfectly.
They always shadow drop.
I thought that was a big league chew that you just put in your mouth. I forgot that we had cookies.
I brought cookies. Tokyo Treat sent me a gift box for working with them for a whole year, and I can't eat all them cookies, so feel free.
Wait, I missed it. What's the Advance Wars things?
Advance Wars.
I just want to quickly point out that I didn't get any cookies. Anyway.
Did you work with them all year?
No.
I work with them on my main channel too. Advance Wars is rumored to be shadow dropping next week.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, that's the rumor. And there's also a rumor that there'll be a direct next week, and the two things line up.
Oh my god!
So it seems like.
Oh yeah, you like Advance Wars. You're a big fan.
I love strategy games. I can't get into Engage, so like I'm not scratching that itch. And Advance Wars, I know will scratch that itch.
You didn't like Engage?
What?
You didn't like Engage?
I keep seeing people talk about it online. And I'm like, you know what? It is fun. And then I play for a battle. Gruelingly, I get done with the battle, and then I'm like, well, I'm done with this for another day. It's been the slowest time I've ever gone through a Fire Emblem game.
It's a good cookie.
This is a good cookie.
I know, it's so good. This rose one, so good. I don't know what it is. It's so good.
I know, I can't read any of this.
So you know what we can deduce from this though? If these two things are to line up, that even if they do focus on Breath of the Wild, which you have to imagine if there's a direct.
I almost say the do not eat.
Don't do that. They say don't do that.
Go on.
You have to imagine if we're getting a direct, we're going to get. I can't look at you. We're going to get stuff about Tears of the Kingdom, but maybe it won't be completely focused, because what we can deduce from possibly getting Advance Wars is there's more things. There's more things than just Zelda.
Oh, you're right. So it's not. You were worried that they were gonna drop this is
like a Zelda
40
direct.
minutes of Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah. And we would sit here publishing this like, well, I think there's going to be Metroid and Advance Wars.
We need more gameplay from Tears of the Kingdom for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It comes out in May.
Yeah.
The only reason why it wouldn't be in this direct at all is if they were doing its own direct, which I would be.
That's possible.
Yeah, even the reason why I think we're going to get why this could be a Breath of the Wild direct is we are going to get one at some point. We're going to get a full direct only for Tears of the Kingdom. Sorry.
While we're reading the tea leaves, if we're getting Advanced Wars,
you have coffee, not tea.
That means that we might not get any Zelda at all. It's possible that they could save that for something later.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which would really disappoint people.
I don't know.
We need a little something.
I think you'd have to assume at that point that a big direct. They might even announce that there is. I think they've done that before. They did that with Fire Emblem. In a direct, they were like, and there will be a Fire Emblem direct sometime in the near future or something.
Yeah.
We might even get
it. Sometimes they do it like a week later.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do it like super quick.
So we might even get that. We might get a little. There's nothing about Tears of the Kingdom today, but it's going to have its own full direct coming. Blah 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 blah.
But at the very least, we're going to get more games because if we're really believing the Advanced Wars thing.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people are speculating that they're going to have a light year this year, Nintendo. If you're looking at it right now, they really don't have much in the docket.
After Tears of the Kingdom, that's it.
Which is why people are so thirsty for a direct right now.
Fire Emblem Engage, Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah. That's all we know about this year. Right now, a lot of people are speculating that that's Nintendo's year, which lines up.
Whoa, hey!
We just keep touching hands. Lines up with what I've been saying since we started the podcast and for a while, that a new Switch is coming 2024.
Yeah,
in like March.
Yeah, that could happen. That would be announced later this year. Then, and revealed just like they did with the Switch.
I think Breath of the. I mean, it's kind of symbolic too. I mean, Breath of the Wild started the Switch's lifespan, started the generation of Switch. Tears of the Kingdom's gonna end it. It's gonna wind it down.
Yeah, they usually do I mean, not usually, but there has been before Zelda beginning of the generation and end of the generation, right? Like a little bookend.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know history.
Do you have an example?
Ocarina of Time and the other one.
Majora's Mask?
Yeah, Majingles. Majabin's Mask?
Majingles Mask?
Yeah, that one.
Didn't Ocarina come out? What year did Ocarina come out? I think it was like a year or two after. Not
the Wii.
What
about
same.
the Wii? They had Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword.
They did.
They did.
The Skyward Sword was
I know
that.
Nintendo. Do you know Nintendo?
Do you know sounds? When did Skyward Sword come out? Was that near the tail end?
It was at
that
the tail
right
end,
at the end? Because the Wii lasted like 2 decades.
It was closer to the end than Twilight Princess.
Okay, I think they're still
because it came with
didn't
it come with the Motion Plus?
Yes,
it came with the big.
I've told the age-old story that I spent my last money on trying to buy that for like $90, the game and the Wii Motion Plus, and then I couldn't eat for a week.
It was a cool.
So yes, I remember.
It was a cool Wii mode.
You couldn't play without it, I don't think. I think you had to have it.
That definitely means it was the end of the life cycle.
Yeah, it came in like a pack. Yeah. You had to have it. Because initially I think I bought it and then I had to go back and get the Wii Motion Plus.
Because you just couldn't play
I couldn't play it.
I never had a Wii Motion Plus.
Really?
Yeah.
Well.
So I never played Wii Sports Resort.
What a noob. And you have a Nintendo podcast now?
I know. I got a Wii a little... No, I did. Did I get it late? No. I got it in 2008. That was like maybe a little late.
I got it on launch. Why are we talking about the Wii?
Because Nontendo.
Nontendo.
Nintendo doesn't have much going on this year. And they also supposedly pulled out of E3. Which is why people think that they don't have much going on this year. Because they don't have anything to announce at E3.
But according to my wife... Didn't Xbox and PlayStation also pull out of E3?
Yes.
There could be more going on
Here's the thing with that. I read the article talking about this. Some insider found out that Nintendo's not going to be there. But they seem to focus a lot more on Xbox because I think Phil Spencer made a statement about it. Mm-hmm. But Xbox hasn't been at E3 for the past 5, 6 years.
What's Xbox going to show?
Xbox...
Hi-Fi Rush again?
Xbox... goes to the Microsoft Theater across the street from E3 and does their stuff there. They're not they're not in affiliation with E3.
Well, I mean, Nintendo's the same. They do their little business elsewhere.
Well, they have a booth. They've always had a booth. PlayStation pulled out the last year that E3 happened physically, you could go to. Sony pulled out. They didn't have a booth at all. The only person who had a booth, the only company that had a booth.
It's just one guy.
Yeah, just
Miyamoto.
Mr. Nintendo himself.
Yeah.
Nintendo was the only the only one of the big 3 that had a booth. Mm-hmm. Microsoft had their Microsoft Theater across the street. So they were like, we don't care about the ESA. Screw you guys. We're going to do our own thing. And they're still going to do that. I don't know if they're going to have the Microsoft Theater, but Phil Spencer was like, we will do announcements in conjunction with E3. We just won't be at E3. So they're doing the same thing they've always done. So that's not really news. The big news is Nintendo, and also Sony a little bit, but it's kind of a big deal that the big 3 are not going to be there.
Yeah,
but that's good because I hate E3.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that they shouldn't.
What's going to be at E3? Square Enix and Bethesda? Or
yeah,
Bethesda
but
Xbox.
Exactly. If these big companies aren't going to show up, then why would Bethesda? Why would Activision? Why would
why do we still have E3?
We just named 2 of those were friggin' Microsoft. Yeah, it's stupid.
That is a shame, though, because the E3 Nintendo Directs have always been the bangers. They've always been the biggest ones.
See, now, are they going to have their own announcement?
I think so.
Or, because they could have said what Xbox said. Xbox said, we're going to have something in conjunction with E3. We're going to have it at the same time. We're going to line up announcements. Nintendo was just like, nah, we're not doing it. Yeah. So maybe... they'll wait a little bit like they did last year, or
they might. Yeah, I don't.
Was it last year or 2 years ago where they did Summer Games Fest and it was later than when E3 usually was, and they did a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah,
yeah. Which is a lot of people love E3 only because there's a lot of announcements at once, and they don't like having it all spread out over the summer.
Yeah, no, it's more exciting when it's in the one thing,
and that's people's nostalgia for E3. They want that back.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's me.
The convention itself is dog shit.
No, it is.
But that's not
But it gave you free pizza.
E3 isn't the announcements. E3 is the event. The announcements just so happen to be around when E3 is happening.
That is true.
So we could still have the announcements.
So you think we'll still get a Nintendo Direct at E3 time?
No, I think it might be a little later.
Oh, I don't think they have enough.
Only because on a quarterly schedule, they make their announcements when they're launching a next quarter. It's like to kick off sales. So when E3 happens, that's why they do it then. So there will always be big announcements around that time. Sony still has...
You need your summer blockbusters.
Yeah. Counterpoint, the year when they spread it all out throughout the summer.
Right.
Like when Nintendo had it like a few weeks later.
Yeah, I mean, is it going to be the same exact time as E3? Probably not.
Yeah, that's what
But it's still going to be the same month, you know? Because in order to, like, make sales quotas.
People are arguing that they're pulling out of E3 because they have nothing, but I think that that's a little ridiculous. I think that they'll talk about a few games. It might not be very exciting if they're winding down the generation.
I don't think
they're at least going to talk about something.
I don't think we're going to have another really exciting Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Like, not to the heights of some of what people might consider their... If you have a favorite Direct, which some people might just be the general feeling for a favorite Direct.
Yeah, what is a best Nintendo announcement? When Reggie came out and said his body was ready? What was that? The DS? That was the DS.
The E3 Nintendo Direct where
that's when he said he was going to kick some ass. Reggie came out. He's like, boom! He's like, I'm Reggie. You guys don't know me, but I'm going to kick some ass. Here's the DS. And everyone went, yeah!
I do love...
What did you break?
God, you were clapping way too hard. You had something crack.
Ripped off.
Oh.
Anyway. We'll find out what's broken later.
I do love old Reggie when he used to come out. You know that clip when he's talking about DS sales over Vita sales or something? And he's like, the DS sold more than the PlayStation Vita. Not my problem. Like something like that.
I don't remember that one.
It's so good. What were we talking about?
Remember when he punched a kid in the face? No, it didn't happen.
I was like, wait, what?
Just decking kids.
My favorite E3 was the whatever one they revealed Banjo and Smash. It was like a Nintendo Direct during E3, whatever. My favorite Nintendo Direct is the one during E3.
The Smash reveals were absolutely...
But the whole Direct was fire. I can't remember exactly what was in all of it, but I just remember I went back and watched them all. That one was fire. Anyway, I don't think we're ever going to get one that level of like fire, like in the Switch's lifespan in this year. And I don't think...
not now. No.
I don't think we're even going to get...
We don't have Smash. We don't have any Smash stuff to
even
reveal.
Without Smash.
But those are the best announcements. When they bait and switch you and you're like, whoa.
Imagine they did
Joker.
They did one more secretly.
Yo.
That would be sick.
And it's Sakurai. And he announces he's retiring.
Oh my god.
He's like, but you could play as me, and I'm OP as fuck. And you have to play as me.
It'd be cool if he could like adapt anybody's moveset, maybe. You could like play as Sakurai,
he's like
but
the Taskmaster.
He could be anyone. And you could mix up finishes too.
Or he's just a Captain Falcon clone. That's it.
That would be cool.
He's just exactly
Sakurai
Captain Falcon.
Punch!
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think we'll get one that exciting ever again, even with Smash reveals aside. I think we usually get 3 a year in a good year. I think we'll be lucky to get 2 this year.
Well, I think
one
we'll get
being Breath of the Wild.
I think we'll get one next week. We'll get one in the summer.
Zelda.
And then we'll... Oh, yeah. Well, that doesn't count.
No,
I'm not counting that.
Yeah.
We're getting one in this. We're getting one next week. We're getting one in the summer, and then I think we'll get a big announcement of a new hardware later this year.
I think so too.
Instead of a traditional direct.
With only having one game now that's coming out this year that we know of, I don't think there's any way. What are they going to do? A direct and reveal like 7 more first-party IPs, or even like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that's the big question.
How many are we getting?
We don't have any games for this year. So next week, what are we seeing?
I know.
Like,
all right, well, let's get into that.
We gotta know. There's got to be some wacky, wild first parties, like some new.
I think it's going to be
IPs.
A lot of ports. A lot of last year. Let's throw our game on the Switch ports.
That. Was that the Midsummer Direct? There was a Direct that was literally just... Oh, no, they literally did a partner Direct because they didn't have anything ready, so they just did a partner Direct.
This could be a partner Direct. I could easily see this being a partner Direct.
No, Advanced Wars is first party.
That is first party.
Yeah.
I could see them sneaking that into a partner Direct.
Or a mini Direct.
Or a mini.
It could be a mini Direct.
I could see it being a mini.
It could be a mini.
I could see us only getting minis this year.
Let's just put our expectations all the way to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go as low as possible?
Sure.
A mini that's like 9 minutes long.
And it's like Advanced Wars. We'll talk about Zelda later. Bye.
They spend 2 minutes on Advanced Wars. They have a sizzle reel for a minute. and then everything else is just like ports.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that could. Yo,
that's probably going to be it.
Call of Duty Mobile.
Robo Ziplash. 7 minutes of the 10-minute mini direct.
Of the new controls.
The last minute is, oh yeah, by the way, Zelda's still coming out on time. And then it ends.
We're still good. We still got this.
How about we throw in Zelda delay?
Ooh, no, they're not delaying that. They're not delaying that.
They might for the new console.
They've got nothing else coming out. They
Wild.
delay till like holiday.
No, they can't do that. They can't do that.
Miyamoto comes out, a rushed game.
Hannah, we talked about last night. We were talking about the last like first parties that they had, that like the new first party IPs, because they always like to sneak in a new game that hasn't been a game before, like a new series, like Good Job. Remember that?
Oh, that was good. That was
one of the last ones.
Cute.
What was the last one? Do we remember?
For the Wii U?
No, for the Switch. A Good Job was like a weird little like indie game that Nintendo made.
Just made in-house.
Yeah.
There was that. There was
also
that,
like Splatoon when that came out.
There was that rabbit jumping game.
The jump rope
rabbit.
Jump rope challenge.
Jump rope bunny man.
Yeah.
That was technically Nintendo.
Yeah, that was a Nintendo first party. So like something weird and wacky like that, I think for sure is gonna sneak its way in there.
So Advance Wars, Jump Rope Rabbit 2.
Yeah. We got friggin' Nintendo Switch Sports Golf, and it just kind of farted out.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it came out.
Yeah.
I know it was like supposed to in winter at some point. I never saw anyone play it. I know you played it on Twitch.
Got a hole in one.
He did. I saw that clip. That was crazy.
Where was my invite?
What?
Where was my invite?
You were
taking a nap.
Oh, that happened in January?
It happened in November. I invited you to play it, and you told me if it's not shiny hunting, I'd rather drop dead.
Whoa.
Sounds right.
I played it in January because I forgot about it until January. And then I played it, and I was like, I remember Wii Sports being better.
Yeah.
And then I went to my parents' house, dusted off the old Wii, plugged in the Wii.
1v1 Wolf Den Dead.
And then I put it literally, I turned on the Wii, and it was him looking back at me. It was my dad.
Wait, his character?
It's me, yeah. And I was like, ah! But I love Wii Sports Golf, but it's almost exactly the same. The biggest difference is there's rotational movement. So if you rotate your wrist, it messes up everything.
Oh, in the new one or the old one?
Yeah, in the new one. So you know how in the old one you could just freaking huck it? You could just whiff it and then it would go, pew, and go like that? Yeah. You can go, pew, just by having your wrist twisted a little bit.
Oh, no.
It's really rough.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's bad game.
It's
bad baby game.
The Joy-Con is a little too accurate. I have to try Wii Sports Resort because that has the Wii Motion Plus, and I've never tried that. So,
okay,
yeah. We're getting too retro.
No, I like it.
For you?
I like it.
I was talking about how I want Wii.
I looked at Kim and she was laughing, and it threw me off. Just finding it funny.
I was talking about how I wanted Wii Sports Resort while I was on stream, and somebody said, "I have it with the Motion Plus. Do you want to trade it for a hoodie?" And I was like, yeah. So he's sending me it, and I'll give it a
Wait, for a Nintendo hoodie?
No, a Wolf Den hoodie.
Oh, it's not as good. I went and picked up the Nintendo ones finally.
How is that?
Kim's wearing one. She said it felt really quality. She said it felt like Teddy Fresh. Is what she said.
Teddy Fresh? That's a
No,
high
I brought
honor.
you one.
Oh, you did?
I have one in the car.
Oh my God.
I have one for you, Hannah, and me.
Yeah, everybody got a hoodie.
Mm-hmm. They did a good job.
They did. They did a really good job.
And you could buy them.
You could buy them. Oh, you could also buy the Wolf Den hoodies in the same place.
At Retroware or something. The link's down below.
Yeah, there's a link below.
Oh,
It's a complicated website.
I love links.
All right, so our expectations.
What time is it?
We're at
1:51.
23 minutes.
Oh, I thought we were ready to.
It felt like an hour.
It felt like we were good for a sponsor spot.
Yeah, it did.
This video is sponsored by Trade Coffee. How you guys doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the Nontendo Podcast. Today we're doing Trade Coffee. Look at all the Trade Coffee we got. Boom, here it is. Wow, what do we got? We got Saints, City of Saints Coffee Roasters. This is the one that I got.
Mm-hmm.
This is for my personal subscription that they gave me. They said this one looks like a Bob coffee. And I'll tell you what, haven't tried it yet, but I bet it is. This one, I told you to get.
Yeah, do you want it?
Have you not even opened it?
No.
So I had a different Onyx coffee.
Yeah.
Fire.
Take it.
It's great.
So I ordered that as per your instructions because you said it was really good. And then I decided that caffeine was causing a lot of my anxiety. And I was like,
thank you.
You're welcome. So I was like,
you.
well, you know what I should do? I should switch to decaf. And I was like, well, what am I going to do about my trade coffee? They have decaf.
Yeah.
So I switched all my upcoming orders to decaf coffee, and I just
Mother
got that
tongue
one.
coffee, yummy decaf.
That one came from California, but I was actually surprised.
It came from Ethiopia.
I was actually surprised by how many options they had for decaf.
Ooh, tastes like jasmine and black tea.
I've actually
I'm
been.
taking this too.
I ordered one. I should have brought the other one, but I ordered one directly. I didn't want to wait for that one, and I've been grinding that one. And yeah, it's good. So good. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me read some of this.
Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So Trade Coffee
Absolutely.
is a coffee subscription service that makes it so simple to discover new coffees and make your best cup of coffee at home every day.
Every single day.
And it's true.
I make at minimum 2. Usually 4.
Ooh, spicy. I've been making like 1 a day because there is actually still caffeine in decaffeinated coffee.
Yes,
I realized.
yeah.
So I've been
Sometimes
drinking 1 a day.
at night I'll switch to decaf, but most of the time
Most
I'm
of the
getting
time?
I'm getting weird.
I used to do the same thing. I used to make so many cups of coffee a day.
I love having a
envy you.
little after dinner, a little.
We don't
snacky poo.
recommend having 4 cups of coffee a day, by the way.
You don't.
Trade makes it easy and convenient to discover new coffees. Yeah, again, I would never have probably ever tried Mother Tongue coffee if it wasn't for the fact that they had a yummy decaf.
Yeah.
Which
I gotta order
very excited.
decafs for the nighttime. I gotta switch off back and forth, and I need to get
Also-
another grinder, and I need to buy more coffee accessories.
Kim, this one tastes like jasmine and black tea.
I literally just said that.
We-
Didn't I literally just say that?
We went to a ramen place the other day and we got jasmine tea for the first time. Well, I don't know about first time, but we got this really nice jasmine tea. We were like, we got to get jasmine tea.
Boom! You
Jasmine
did it,
tea
but it's in
coffee.
coffee form.
Yeah, even
that's
better.
crazy.
Upgrade your morning routine with better coffee. Right now, Trade is offering our viewers a free bag of coffee, just like this, with any subscription, or if you want caffeine, you can get that too, with any subscription at drinktrade.com/Nontendo. That, Bob, by the way, is drinktrade.com/Nontendo.
Wow.
I know. For
I
a
didn't
free
hear you.
bag
Could
of
you
coffee.
say that one more time?
drinktrade.com/Nontendo for a free bag
It's
of
not.
coffee.
It's not registered.
Drinktrade.com. All right. We appreciate you guys. If you want to get some fresh
Thanks,
coffee
guys.
delivered straight to your door, that's the way to do it. I don't know if you can tell, but we love coffee.
We are big coffee guys. So how many random new first parties do you think we'll see? At least Jump Rope Rabbit Man.
This is
too.
your theory because I don't think
There's got to be at
Nintendo-
least one.
I think Nintendo is full bore Zelda right now. I don't think they have time to do Jump Rope Rabbit 2 or
Wow,
whatever.
a little tiny Jump Rope Rabbit.
No,
guy.
I think all systems go on Zelda right now. And then why do we do this?
Good to see you.
And then on top of that, whatever systems they have spare are probably on Pikmin. We didn't even mention Pikmin.
We forgot. I completely forgot about Pikmin. You know why? I don't give a shit about Pikmin.
All right.
I
just heard an Arlo scream all the way from California.
It doesn't. It looks like it's gonna be Pikmin. Oh, they changed the camera angle. Wow, the camera's different now. Wow.
I agree. But I did like Pikmin 3, so I'm not like
I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a chance.
I'm not super excited for it, but I did really enjoy Pikmin 3. Now that could have been because I was starved for games on the Wii U.
You were gonna say,
Sure.
'cause it could have been because I was stoned. I don't know.
Out of my gourd. No, I did like it. Maybe it was lack of things to play at the time, but I really liked Pikmin 3. It was gorgeous for the time. The little fruit renders blew my mind.
Yeah,
They look great.
it's a Nintendo first party. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so we might get that. Maybe some like little reveal of that. They did say 2023.
That I think that's
So
a summer.
That has to come. Yeah,
That
that
feels like a summer.
That's
thing.
a summer game. That's like not releasing that in summer would be as big of a mistake as like not releasing Splatoon in summer. Like
So we're gonna
that
get
is a summer game.
Zelda is in May,
Yeah,
and then we'll get Pikmin's
Pikmin in summer.
in the summers.
Yeah, confirmed.
And then this holiday is just nothing.
Pikmin's definitely getting
Absolutely
delayed.
not. What
by
did
the
we
way.
get the
Pikmin's
year-
2024, by the way.
What did we get You think it's delayed?
It's getting
because they already delayed it.
It's getting delayed.
Okay, that has been in development for like 8 years.
At this point, I think you can just assume a Nintendo first-party game will be delayed because it's just what they do.
Okay.
When's the last time they didn't delay a game? Xenoblade, they pushed it forward. It was like so far out of character.
What about Mario? Did they ever delay Mario? I don't think they delay Mario. It's because they never talk about it until it's like ready to go.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Yeah.
Zelda, they delay every single time.
I have a slight prediction for you.
Oh, Kim,
I didn't think about it, but I saw somebody else post about it. I was like, that could be true. So Donkey Kong's got his own ride in the park that they're building, and he's got a prominent role in the movie. What are the odds that that's because they're going to do another Donkey Kong?
Oh, yeah.
It's been a minute.
A country or a 3D?
Yeah, probably 3D. Because Tropical Freeze wasn't, was it?
No, it was 2D.
I would say with the success.
It's been a while, yeah.
That was Wii U. I would say with the success of Tropical Freeze, they'd probably be looking at doing another one of those.
Yeah, and I think that's just such a popular character.
Yeah.
Or they're really championing it as one of their most popular characters.
But I would really like a new Donkey Kong game, 3D, like Kirby, that looks like the Donkey Kong from the movie.
I would like... Okay, I don't know about that. I would like a 3D Donkey Kong more than I would like a 2D Donkey Kong.
Did you see the trailer with Seth Rogen talking?
I saw it.
What did you think of that?
He talked for like 2 seconds.
He talked like Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
He just sounded like Seth Rogen.
I don't know what we were expecting. What were we expecting? You know what? I was expecting grunts and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Like not an actual full
But he
sentence.
was literally just like, oh, look at Mario.
But like in the TV show, didn't he just sound like a guy also in the cartoon? You remember?
I don't think so.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, in the like
the
weird animated cartoon.
How did he sound?
Just a dude. He was just like, "Hey man, how's it going? What's up, dude?" Donkey Kong.
He sounds like someone named Chad in a locker room in high school, and that is Donkey Kong from the TV show.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
I did it. You've seen the show.
Wait, was that close?
That was it.
Yeah.
Now say coconut cream pie.
Coconut cream pie, bro.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Did he ever say that in the show?
There's a whole song about it. It's a musical.
Why not banana cream pie?
I don't know.
Because
why would it be banana?
We gotta totally kill King K. Rool, bro.
You're nailing it.
In the short little clip we saw Mario in the cat suit also.
Did you like that?
That was cool.
Did that do it for you?
Because Mario.
Yeah.
And I like Mario, so he got a power up.
Yeah.
What are the power ups you think we'll see in the Mario movie? Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna predict Mario power ups. We got the frog suit, we got the cat suit, we got the stone little tanuki tail thing.
What are we doing? So
this is our jobs.
Donkey Kong game. That's very possible.
Yeah.
I can see that. Good one, Kim.
Good one. Good little layup there.
I've been beating around a bush for a minute.
Whoa.
Do you mind if I finish? Metroid.
I
was trying to save it till the end because I feel like it's such a played out conversation, but I feel like I'm just trying to get around not talking about Metroid.
No, we have to. Yeah. I'm very scared for Metroid.
Hasn't it been 4 years since they delayed it?
Yeah. So I think
and it was like
means
a year or two before that.
Years?
Yeah. I think it's been almost 6 years. Since they said they were making Metroid Prime 4.
That's insane. Yeah.
I don't know what's more insane, that it's been 6 years since then, or that it's been 4 years since they scrapped whatever they were doing and said these guys are doing it now, and we've still heard nothing. That's equally wild.
That is another story that I really want to see behind the scenes. That
I know.
Will almost certainly never happen.
If it was going to take this long, why even tell us that you were scrapping it?
Yeah.
Like 4 years, 6 years?
Well, they had to because they announced it, and then they were like, oh no, we can't release this. And then they basically fired the team that was working on it and gave it a retro again.
They could have done that silently at this point, though, is what I'm saying. They didn't even have to tell us.
No, they had to say... It gave them an extra couple of years to say we're redoing the whole thing.
So now they've got 2 more years?
No, they got 4 by saying that. I really want to know what it was like and why they decided it wasn't good enough.
I feel like if the product itself was canned again by this point, they would have said they weren't doing it, right? So it's still happening. Something is being made. something has to be near completion.
It's also very strange because Metroid is one of Nintendo's worst selling IPs. I mean, it's beloved. It's a beloved franchise.
Metroid Dread was the best-selling one ever.
Yeah, and it didn't sell that
No,
good.
it sold like barely 3 million.
Yeah, and yeah, it was an incredible game, but it just, I guess the brand awareness just isn't there for Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
So they're putting all of this work into a game that probably isn't going to sell that well in terms of Nintendo.
I don't know. If they're making it like first-person Metroid shooter, and it's going to be like as fire as the first one, I think it's going to bring a lot of people in.
It will. It absolutely will.
This is the only chance of getting a first-person shooter on Switch. Like, especially a first-party IP from Nintendo.
Yeah. No, it absolutely will do
and I feel like,
really well. It just...
I feel like...
in terms of a Metroid game.
Since the previous Metroids, the character of Samus has exploded in popularity. The character of Samus is far more popular than the series that she comes from.
Yes,
I feel like everybody knows and appreciates
like Captain
Samus.
Falcon's so famous, but people don't even know what he's from.
You go to like any anime convention, there's like 50 people dressed up as Samus.
Yeah.
For a game series that barely sold anything, I think she has exploded outside of
people
her
dress
sales.
up as Zero Suit. How many of those people do you think played friggin' Metroid Zero Mission?
No one.
You know?
And I
or
think
Fusion? Which one? I don't even remember which one's from.
Fusion, I think.
Zero.
That's what I
think
said.
It's both.
Fusion is when the suit fuses with Samus. I don't think she can go Zero.
Oh, you don't play as her in Zero, but she gets
I
in
think
the suit.
the telling sign that it's doing
Zero Mission would make sense because it's called the Zero Suit.
You got there.
We got there.
I think the telling sign that she's doing better as a character in the franchise is that Dread, a 2D version of the game, is the best-selling one. Like, yeah, it was sick and it did well, but can you imagine if it was a first-person, more broad, appealing Metroid game? It would have sold like 5-6 million.
Yeah,
I feel.
but that's still like for a Nintendo first-party IP. To put this much work into it, they gotta know that it's not gonna hit like friggin', it's not gonna do as good as like, the Zeldas and the Marios and stuff.
Well, no, but nothing will.
What about Xenoblade? How well does Xenoblade sell? It sells good,
Not great.
Doesn't it?
No, I think check it out. But I think the most recent one sold a couple million.
Because they put a lot of effort into Xenoblade.
That is what I do really appreciate about Xenoblade, and especially Xenoblade 3, is how much effort and love goes into that game for very few sales.
Yeah, you were right. 1.72 million.
Yeah.
Really?
It's nothing. That game sells nothing.
All right, then put all the work you want. Put all the friggin' fuel into the fire.
It is baffling to me
Prime
how small the player base is for Xenoblade games, because my feelings on 2 aside, it's a fantastic franchise, and the new game and the first game, incredible. For the amount of love that goes into them and the amount of people that bitch at me for not liking the series, when literally it sells less than random YouTube videos I make in an evening sometimes gets views. That's what I was like. That baffles me, and that's not me bragging because I'm not even a big YouTuber, but I've made single videos in a day that go out
reach
to more people than a whole team spent years working on this thing that is much better than what I'm doing gets sales. That is insane to me. Yeah. That makes no sense to me.
It's very strange. Ham's here.
Trevor.
So who the heck is standing there like a customer came upstairs? Is it cold, buddy?
It's frigid.
You look like.
Do you mind if I get a little video with that for the people walking at home? So
you want to walk up again?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just want them to see Eskimo Joe over there coming up the steps. Where did you leave your igloo at home?
Wow.
What?
You can't hear anything. Can't see anything.
I can't speak words right now.
Jesus.
This is actually, while I'm here, I'm gonna flip the camera around. This is. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
That's what they look like.
They look like they're at like a communal like office space. It's a cool place that we're shooting in.
No, it is a really cool place.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's sum it up. Metroid this year, no year.
I think we'll see something either next week or during the summer. But that's like the safest bet that you can make on a Metroid.
We're not gonna get anything this week for Metroid, but if there's a summer direct, yeah, I think so. I think we've got to see it this year.
Seeing Metroid at all would make the whole direct.
Oh yeah,
even if they just tease the title again.
Yeah, New title.
Or
Metroid Prime
or just
Fourth
the space behind the logo looks a little different.
I have a crazy question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if they do announce new hardware and they do a big event like they did for the Switch where we got like a couple game announcements then and there, do you think that could be a new game announcement that they do?
What?
For the new hardware.
I didn't get it.
Like, do you think Metroid Prime 4 could be a launch title for the next hardware?
I don't think they would save it. I don't think they would save it for the next hardware.
What?
Well, no, they have to though.
Metroid? I
That's the
think they
thing.
will.
That's a good point.
I think at this point they're saving it for the next hardware.
That's a good point.
I think so.
Because I think that would like push sales for.
Because if they announce
title.
it, because if they even show it and they say it's coming soon, like if they have a new hardware coming out later this year, it would. Or being announced later this year, Metroid would be on that.
They can show title, they can show cinematics. They just can't show gameplay if that's the case.
Yeah,
and I think they absolutely.
Or they could show gameplay and just do a friggin' Watch Dogs and make it like pretend like it's on the Switch when it's really on the next Switch.
Yeah, but I think what's more likely is we'll get cinematic or like a trailer, a title card.
We're gonna get another this year. We will get another wacky, weird teaser.
You can sit down.
That's about it.
Just don't knock anything. Yeah, that's definitely a next gen console though. At this point, they're definitely working on something.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
we're really putting a lot of stock in them having a new console later this year.
I think first person shooters are a little bit more taxing on hardware too, so they're probably gonna really want to.
I mean, this type of first person.
Yeah,
for sure.
you want to try and hit 60 frames.
Yeah, true. Good point. Well, it's Nintendo. They don't really care. They don't really care about frame.
Well, RetroWare might care.
Retro, yeah. RetroWare, you can get a Nontendo hoodie.
Sorry. There actually quickly. There are probably two things that we will see in this direct coming.
Okay.
DLC.
Oh yeah.
DLC for Xenoblade 3, that has a huge DLC coming, and DLC for Splatoon.
Yeah.
Which is just gonna keep.
And there's a rumor of Mario Party apparently. Mario Party DLC.
For which one?
Superstars.
Oh.
They found in the game a while ago that there was spaces for boards from 5, 6, and 7.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Would it?
Yes, because I really like that Mario Party, but there's literally 4 boards.
Oh.
And it's so boring.
Yeah. Or maybe they planned on doing those and then just decided, nah, people will buy it anyway.
People only like 2 of the boards. Like, we played that one time at my house, and everyone was like, I hate this board and this board. I'm like, okay, well, that leaves us with these 2. Yeah, we definitely need more.
Yeah. So, Mario Party, Xenoblade, and what was the other one?
Splatoon.
Yeah. Splatoon we know about. Yeah.
Your favorite game.
Love it.
I was addicted to Splatoon 3 when it came out.
For like a week and a half.
And then Scooty and I did the first actual turf. What's it called?
The 4 of us.
Splatfest.
Oh.
And it sucked. It was.
The 4 of us did the one with the salmon.
Yeah,
run.
the salmon run's fun.
That
We
was
should
awesome.
do that again.
That was really
cool. Do you want to
cool.
stream that sometime?
Sure.
Let's do that again. That's really fun.
Yeah, that was really cool. I liked that a lot. The salmon run. That was the most fun I've had.
Yeah, the salmon run's good.
And all of Splatoon history.
The actual Splatoon is the same Splatoon.
Yeah, I don't really.
It was
fine.
fine.
It's fine. It's not my.
Splatfest ruined it for me. I don't know. It was just so hard.
It's also weird because of 3-team thing. That's weird.
We played for like 3 hours.
We played for 2.5 hours. We both were like, okay, this is tiring. Let's end this.
Because we would play and we would win every game.
Yeah.
Like, not even kidding. 99% of games we would win.
Damn.
Then we played Splatfest. We played 2.5 hours. We didn't win one game.
I feel like it's because I joined.
No.
It
was.
I know that I didn't experience like any wins playing Splatoon with you guys.
No, Splatfest was insanely hard because they take away ranked and casual, and you can only play Splatfest, right?
Something like that, yeah.
So I think all the ranked people end up in Splatfest, and it's so sweaty. It was, I don't know, didn't have fun, hated it, never played it, uninstalled. Bad game.
Jesus.
But I'd reinstall for Salmon Run.
Salmon Run was great.
Salmon Run was a good time. I like Salmon
What
Run.
else? I have no reason to jump back into Splatoon other than Salmon Run. What other DLC? Is that it?
I think that's it.
God, we're really not hyping up Nintendo this year.
We're at I mean, that's the thing. It sucks. It's kind of, I mean, it doesn't suck. We're just at the tail end of the generation.
Yeah.
Switch 2, It's coming out next
Switch
year.
2, baby.
We know what games we have for the year, unless they pull out any wild and wackies.
There's gonna be a wild wacky.
We're out of franchises to get sequels
Also,
right now.
third-party stuff. It's gonna be third-party city.
Yeah, we're gonna get so many ports, and there'll be cool ones in there, and there'll be ones we look forward to. We're getting like personas and stuff like that, and then reveals for other RPGs and JRPGs.
How many times is a friggin' direct gonna happen where I'm gonna say, "Oh, Call of Duty, this is the time we're gonna
we
get
might
Call
get
of
that
Duty."
actually. We might get the mobile.
It's gonna be mobile.
I've been playing a lot of Persona 5 Royal, by the way.
Oh my god!
I'm like 30 hours in,
I
so
saw
I think
you
I'm close to the
playing it
end.
on your glasses.
Oh yeah, I brought those.
Oh,
Is
is it gonna knock my socks off?
I don't. Kim was impressed. It was so weird.
Explain what you're talking about.
It was like we jacked into the Matrix last night.
I didn't like that at all.
So I came to bed at like
Not
11
helping so
p.m. Kim was already in bed. I brought these glasses. I have these glasses that it projects the game into the glasses, and it looks like you're playing on a 120-inch TV.
Mm-hmm.
This company sent them to me, and you can plug two in at once to see the same thing. So I came to bed and I like put the switch between us, and I was like, Kim, you want to jack in with me? And she like put the glasses on, and we're both, it was so like, what's that show? Black Mirror?
Wait, you had two glasses?
Is it Black Mirror? Yeah, they sent two. So we were sitting there lying back in bed with glasses on, and I'm playing Persona, and Kim's going, whoa.
You have to have the switch in a dock?
No. So
it plugs into. Oh, it's what that.
So
thing.
the Switch, for the Switch, it comes with a power bank that you can stick on the back. It's kind of cool because it charges the Switch, but also you can plug the two glasses into it. With the Steam Deck, you can plug directly into the Steam Deck if you want. You don't even need the power bank. Yeah. But it'll just
friggin' you got 45 seconds.
It'll pass through.
Yeah.
But you can do the power bank if you want to. People, my Android phone, I plugged it the glasses straight into the phone, and it brought up the Samsung Dex or whatever it is, and this became a mouse, and I had a desktop in my glasses
exclusively for porn,
and I was watching YouTube videos. I was watching Dr. Disrespect. I just like this in bed, and the sound quality is like stereo. It's sick.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do they determine what the size of the screen is like in there? How do they say it's like 109-inch screen?
So at first,
how do you know that?
At first, when I played them, I was sat in my basement with no reference, and I just saw it, and it kind of felt like someone was holding my Switch like this up to my face. But it was clear and crisp. It looked like an OLED screen. It was really cool, and I was like, I don't know, about 120. But when I was lying in bed, Kim had the TV on, and we have like a 50-inch TV in the bedroom, and it was like next it gave me more of a reference, and I was like, oh yeah, it's pretty big. It's just it's weird perspectively.
Yeah.
But if you actually have a TV on next to it, you can kind of see that, oh no, this is actually pretty massive.
Like, how do they know? Like, a 109-inch screen would be really far from you.
I don't know.
My brain can't comprehend.
Well, I brought him.
I gotta jack in.
You can do.
I'll never know.
You want to jack in the bonus episode?
Sure. Sure, we can do that. So that's what we got for the direct so far.
I think that's pretty safe. It's hard to predict anything really like off the wall at this point because all the franchise have been done.
A Nintendo first-party
chess
game.
The sequels that we know about,
chess is Mario Kart.
We already know about. The only franchises that don't currently have anything going that could be timed for is like a new Mario game, which I still think is happening in launch next year.
Yeah.
And then anything other than that would just be us doing what everyone does. Oh, is there a new F-Zero? Oh, are we gonna get a new?
There's never gonna be
a new Chibi Robo Ziplash 2.
That could happen.
Great game.
3DS
Chibi
port?
Robo could happen.
I mean, unless we want to go down that avenue, I feel like we've nailed it pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what also baffles me? That Fire Emblem only sells. Well, I was looking at Fire Emblem sales after last week. Every Fire Emblem has been a stinker. Anything between 500,000 sales to under 1 million. Like none like even breached 1 million until Fire Emblem Awakening on 3DS, which is the one everyone jerks their meat about. Sold like randomly.
I love jerky.
Sold randomly like 3 million. That was like the first one that sold that many. And then Three Houses managed to beat it. It sold just under 4 million. And now I guess they've gone back to the Awakening style, but we've only had 3 Fire Emblems that have really been in the popular zeitgeist, and all the other ones sold under 1 million. So for everybody online in the comments that scream at us, You're just not a Fire Emblem fan, so I don't know how you even have the right to talk about it.
No one is. No one's a Fire Emblem
I've played 2 of the 3 Fire Emblem games.
we got a lot of crap last week in the live stream because I never played a Fire Emblem game. Here I am talking about how it look. I don't like how it looks.
Yeah,
but that's all the reference I have. Is
still
what it
your
like.
Opinion is that you don't like how it looks.
And you got crap because you played it and said I don't like it.
Yeah,
and then Fire Emblem fans like, how can you not like it?
I would have been better off not playing.
Fire Emblem's my life.
Jerks! Did I walk into a stray? Did you feed me?
What?
When I was talking about not liking the game earlier in this conversation.
Oh yeah, you walked into a stray.
Oh, you're assholes.
No. We talked about last week how we didn't like it.
I didn't pay attention.
He was in the chat for the thing.
Fun fact.
I thought he knew this guy. Conversation.
My best friend growing up had a Fire Emblem themed bar mitzvah.
That's awesome.
I want to know more about
that. Awesome.
It was really lame. He watches you guys on YouTube, both of you.
Oh my god.
Oh really? Well, hi, Fire
Mazel
Emblem
tov.
boy, Mazel tov.
God, I should try to find them. It's great.
The bar mitzvah is the one where you're like 16, right?
15 or sorry, 13. Jesus, how good of a Jew am I?
Okay, I was gonna say.
I want to say if there's going to be new hardware this year, there's still time for more Nintendo Switch Online stuff.
Oh yeah,
maybe some Game Boy, because hopefully that stuff will carry over to the new console.
I always forget about Nintendo Online. There'll definitely be other like 64 games and stuff added to the service.
Yeah, well, that's another weird thing. They just freaking announced GoldenEye like a week and a half ago. Like, why didn't they save it?
They didn't announce it. They dropped it.
They dropped it. Why didn't they save it? I guess because they had it tied in with
because nothing
Xbox.
else is happening right now, and they had to tie it in with Xbox.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get some more stuff for Nintendo Switch Online. That might be a later in the year thing. If they do a whole new console for Nintendo Switch Online, that would be a later in the year thing.
I'm bleeding.
Are you okay?
No.
Are we gonna have to stop?
I picked my lip. I'm bleeding.
Oh my god.
No. Yeah.
Nurse.
There'll be stuff like that.
Medic.
They might have one. Be careful.
They run up here.
They're working a shop downstairs. Have you seen Last of Us?
Yeah, I saw actually every episode so far.
Okay.
Which is only 3 as the time of this.
Yeah, there's a new one coming out tomorrow night. What do you think?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It actually is good.
Yeah. I have some spoiler things to talk about that I was a little not. I was like,
let's just say this is a spoiler conversation.
Okay, goodbye.
But they've seen it. Everyone's watching it.
I mean, the 3rd episode was absolutely phenomenal.
Yes, it was.
Everyone.
I have gripes.
I took a few days to watch it, and all I saw on Twitter was people being like, "This is the best piece of TV that has ever been out."
That's a lot.
And I watched it,
but it was really
I was like, okay, everybody relax. And I watched it, and I was like, oh my god, it's the best piece of TV I've ever seen. It was awesome.
It's up there. It was really
good. I don't
good.
watch a lot of like serialized like shows. I don't watch a lot of like episodic shows like that. So
there are 2 things that are going into making. There's a lot of things going into making the show really good. But one, it's the same guy that made the Chernobyl show, and that was phenomenal.
I've seen clips on YouTube and it looks really good.
I haven't watched it. And then Neil Druckmann, love him or hate him, is behind directing. He's
helping out.
So hands-on, which obviously is helping a ton. And you can tell because like the first episode was Carbon Copy, the video game, which I thought was nice. Like clearly,
I liked it.
They're going a very different. Well, they're experimenting and going different directions.
It's like in tandem with the game, but they're doing some things that are different and it's working. So
this is the same thing that the Walking Dead show did, which they had a mixed reaction and a mixed bag of good and bad. Some things they changed were like, oh, it's really cool to see how this turns out if this had happened. And other things were like, are you dumb? Everyone stopped watching after Carl had his little accident. But in this, so far, it's really working. The first episode was Carbon Copy. It was there was the only difference, and this is a spoiler conversation, please. The only difference in the first episode, I believe, is Joel beating the crap out of that guy at the end. He didn't do that in the game. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, they just ran away or like something happened.
So you could probably kill him.
So wait.
I don't know.
So that has a little to do with another one of my issues. I think they get caught by the military and that's how Tess dies in the game. Is the military gets her, not the zombies.
No, she is
Tess is bit.
No, she's bit, but she doesn't hold off zombies. She holds off the military.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's a big difference. In the show so far, there's no enemy humans. Like, because in the...
So far, yeah.
Yeah, in the video game...
Yeah. There's not as much as there were in the game,
None they've had
to
come across other than Joel beating up that one guy,
and
was debatable
in
that
the
he even
third
had
episode,
to.
they had raiders, but it wasn't Joel. Joel wasn't involved.
But in the game series, obviously you need a lot of things to interact with, a lot of things to do and fight. So on top of the clickers and the zombies, you had the military and random vagabonds.
And that was really cool in the game to have to deal with other terrible people.
And so far, they haven't explored that yet.
Yeah.
They've cut that out, probably for time and also to not have these characters going around murdering people in the first couple episodes, because that would be kind of an extreme step to take characters immediately. But in the game, Tess was actually bit when you meet her. You just don't know. I'm pretty sure.
No, I think they get into like a scuffle. Like a lot of shit happens.
Plucker bites her, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think
in the game? Because I remember in the game, she's all beat up when you find her, and she tells you that it was like kids or something, but then you find out that
I didn't put that together.
She was in a scuffle, and she was pre-bit.
I assumed it was something that happened on the way.
There are subtle differences, like he's trying to get a battery.
Yeah.
Immediately.
So that's one of my issues is they immediately... I don't know if this is just because I had the perspective of having beaten the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know that Joel is a horrible person, you know? And like, you learn that throughout the game. But starting the game... I remember starting the game and being like, Joel is like the hero, and he's like a badass. He's like an asshole, but he's like kind of like a good asshole.
I think he's a hero right up until the end of the first game.
And in the second game, you learn more about how horrible of a person he is. But but in the show, there's a lot that's like leaning. They give a lot of nods that like, that was kind of fucked up, Joel. You know, like when like there's like kids in the street and he's like drives around. And, we got kids too. Fuck them. You know.
Yeah, but like, was he wrong?
It's like it's just a moral gray area.
For starters, it's Texas.
Fuck those kids.
He's looking out for himself, right? Yeah. That's Texas.
Yeah.
But
I think it's because I have the perspective of knowing where things are gonna go, where I'm catching on to those things.
Yeah.
But I think the game does. The reason why I think the game does a better job is because you're playing as him, and it's a 2013 game where every time you're playing as a character in a video game, he is a heroic, badass, good guy.
Yeah.
And you come into the game thinking that I'm playing a heroic, badass, good guy, and that's why the ending is so much more impactful, because you're like, oh, no, I'm not. I don't want to do this. Why are you making me, kill all these like?
That's what I mean, right up until the end. But even then, he's justified.
You don't have that same perspective in a show, because in you're not every time you see a show, there's all good guys,
and you're not in control of the show.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is I think my brain is I'm in control of this guy, so he's got to be a good guy, right?
Because I'm a good guy.
I'm a good guy.
So good.
Yeah. So that could be it. That could be why my brain doesn't pick up on that. But the other thing I didn't like was the way Tess
Maybe
died.
I'm a bad guy because I think he's great.
I thought it was.
I think he does all the right things.
I didn't like Tess makes out with a freaking zombie. I like the military. Her fighting off the military, and you hear the gunshots, and her go. Ah!
Yeah,
that was cooler.
So they got rid of the spores, as Scoot told us they were going to do, and now they have these little wormy things, which I do like how creepy they are. And I don't remember this from the game, but I like their explanation of like they're all connected through this.
That's not part of the game. That's why it's tendrils.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Like you disturb one somewhere and it awakens a horde like a mile down the road.
Mushrooms are a hive mind.
I like that.
Even if it's spores, like they're still a hive mind.
Well, that's why that was they made the change to the tendrils because of the hive mind thing. That's why they made that change.
I think they made the change because they didn't want to cover Pedro Pascal's face.
No, they said it in the behind the scenes. They made the change because
I don't
they
think the spores are connected
to
the tendrils.
Yeah,
but. That I do like how creepy those are. I don't like that he like made out with her.
That was so weird.
That's such a weird Neil Druckmann thing to do. He just wanted to add in another kiss.
Yeah.
Creepy one.
Third episode, a lot of man kissing.
Yeah, so
a lot of bearded man.
That's what I was gonna say. First episode, carbon copy, loved it. Second episode, it was the same in the back half, but they added lore at the start, which you didn't have, like going back to like where it all began. And then the third episode was just it was a whole new thing. It was a whole new
That was
story.
cool because people loved the Bill story in the game,
Yes.
even though it was such a small little
Bill-
thing.
And whenever I think about playing Last of Us, I have like a couple points of the game where I remember fondly, and just Bill is like always the first one. It's like getting to Bill is the first cool thing that you do in the game.
Yeah.
In the game, you go and get Bill. You go meet Bill to get a car battery and like a truck.
And he's
or
a very
whatever.
interesting character.
And he's a very interesting character. You hear about his partner. You don't really know what you. I assumed it was a partner that he like rolled with and like killed zombies with.
Yeah, I didn't get the gay thing until after I beat the game. And then everyone was like, "Bill was gay," and I was like, "Oh,
well, the
okay."
gay thing came in because you didn't really expect it, and then as you're driving away, you're going through the truck and like some of the stuff that Ellie stole, and Ellie had a gay magazine. And
Oh,
you're
I
like,
didn't even.
And you're like, "Oh, Bill liked
Oh,
this."
I remember. Yeah.
And then you're
no,
kind
that
of
makes
like,
sense.
"Oh, partner was that?"
Yeah.
You kind of piece the puzzle together, but then you never see Bill again.
Yeah.
And the show was like, "We're gonna do a whole episode about how gay he is," and it was awesome.
But that was awesome because
Yeah.
they set you up with like Ellie and Joel or whatever. They're like, we're gonna go to Bill or whatever, and then they do like a whole like Bill's whole life. Basically the whole episode was Bill's life.
So wacky because like
20 years of Bill.
it started with like when the apocalypse happened and him hiding under his bunker, and I kept waiting for it to get to like, oh, when's Joel and Ellie gonna walk into the story, and he kept getting older and older, and then he was like old and gray, and I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I was like, where's this gonna go? And I was like, oh, that's where. Whoa!
Joel and Ellie, have they already happened? Are we gonna get a flashback and find out that already happened at some point, and they just didn't tell that part of the story yet? And then it ended up being like 25 years into the future.
Yeah, my expectations went all over the place.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So
It was
again,
so good.
spoiler for the most recent episode, but you see Bill's whole life up until the end. He did meet Joel at some point, but before anything that happened in the video game.
Yeah.
And then when Joel and Ellie get there to see Bill finally for the first time,
Yeah.
he's not there. He's dead.
Yeah. That was
died.
awesome.
Yeah. I like it. The thing is, I was a little upset. I'm like, I wanted Bill in the story, but at the same time, he's not in the story.
We get such a beautiful
We
story
get this beautiful
out of him.
whole
though.
episode instead, played by Nick Offerman, who did amazing.
Who's basically just his character in Parks and Rec. He's basically just that. He's like hates the government.
Gay in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. He's like a prepper, like he is in the game.
Yeah.
And he like hates the world, and he's very
It's so
reclusive. It was so good.
It's good.
One of my favorite lines is he's like arguing with the guy, his partner, and he's like, no, everybody's not out to get you. He's like, you think the government's Nazis and stuff. He's like, they are Nazis, and they're like, well, now they are, but they weren't before.
Yeah,
that was so good.
Yeah,
because it
was so
perfectly
good.
paints like the type of person he was before the apocalypse.
How did you feel about all of the kissing?
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
Honestly, I was working on something, so I was like looking over every once in a while. I was like perfectly engaged.
I feel like that was Neil Druckmann being Neil Druckmann. He just wants he wants it so bad.
Yeah.
Like in the games too, he just wants to show everything as much as he can.
They could have cut a lot of that
He
out.
wants you to see it. And
Yeah.
I think he wants it to get to the point where a lot of people would get uncomfortable. But it was all done so well that I don't.
was beautiful.
Yeah, I don't. It was beautiful. I have no complaints.
A lot of beards rubbing against
It
each
does
other
make
is a
me
little uncomfortable.
I think that's normal for that to feel uncomfortable. As
Yeah.
long as we can appreciate it, I would do it with you.
Okay, that's good enough. That's when I go in for a hug. There's a little bit. Sometimes,
I know.
A little bit cheeky.
I do like that actually.
Wow.
Maybe I like it more than I think.
You turn a 180 in this conversation.
Maybe I get uncomfortable because I'm projecting.
Can we end the episode? No, I liked it a lot. Apparently, the episode was supposed to be 2 hours. Like they cut a lot out.
I think there's a 2 hour cut.
More man kissing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly.
Who was the other guy that played the other guy?
I don't know.
Oh, he's also a very famous actor.
Yeah,
Hold
we
on.
recognized him, but I couldn't put my tongue on exactly how.
Okay.
Nick Offerman did.
Yeah, he
He
did.
did.
All right, that's that. We like the show. The show's great. I have
It's
no
awesome.
complaints.
I'm
I kind of hope they
watch
keep
the
doing
rest.
this. I hope the next episode is more like the game, and we see like because if spoilers, if you haven't played the game, immediately after leaving Nick Offerman's house, they take the truck into a city and it gets bombarded, trapped. Like they get caught. Like the truck is gone, and now they have to deal with people for the first time, really. And they deal with some scavengers.
It's been a while since I played the game, so I'm excited to like live it again.
So I'm hoping the next episode is them that. I hope they finally deal with people now. Like
that was my favorite part of the game was
Yeah.
having people like
Yeah.
be a problem. You know. So.
This is when the game starts getting good.
Yeah.
So I hope they do the next episode like the game and then mess around again. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a backstory of the. I'm sorry to keep going, but you know the son and the dad that you meet.
Yeah,
in the game?
yeah. And
Maybe
then
they get a
yeah.
backstory. I'd like to see that backstory. I thought it was just
I
are they
think
brothers?
They're brothers.
It's like an older brother.
They're
yeah.
very, very young.
Yeah,
and old.
it's like an 18-year-old and like a 10-year-old.
Okay, then I would love to see their backstory. If you're going to do backstories for everybody,
Yeah.
I'd like to see that backstory.
That'd be really cool. Because that also ends tragically. Yeah. It's really weird, like...
I imagine that's not going to be changed at all.
It's really weird seeing, like, such tragedy and being like, that was awesome.
I know,
You know?
but when it's done so well.
Like, after the third episode, I felt horrible.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was sick. Why did I feel terrible and have a great time?
There were moments
also?
I felt bad, but actually with the way it wrapped up, I felt kind of like, I was like, that's sweet. As far as lives go in that apocalypse,
it was sweet, but it shouldn't have been.
As far as lives go in the apocalypse, though, they lived together on their own little property and had a nice time. And then
they had the best time. They had the best life they could.
They
have
loved
had.
each other and they
Yeah.
passed away together. That is a better life than I guarantee anyone else in this world had.
In their world, yeah.
In
yeah,
their
yeah,
world
yeah.
had.
No, you're right. You're right.
My only complaints is where the heck do they keep getting wine up to the 20-year point?
They had a store. They had a store.
With how much wine?
A wine store full of wine for 2 people.
What about the fresh beef that they had for their final
was
meal
weird.
25
They
years
showed
in?
cows.
Did they show cows?
Yeah.
I
I
didn't
didn't
see
see a
it.
cow.
How many cows? Was he raising cows?
You can get a
Probably.
lot of meat out of a cow.
Yeah, but how you keep it good that long?
He's a prepper.
And finally,
The electricity was weird.
finally, they weren't raided more than once
Yeah.
in 20-something years. In 20 years, there's a whole new group of 18-year-olds that would be willing to break in there.
The maybe they told tales of the crazy
The one time
old
they
dudes.
tried.
Yeah.
I-
They got really messed up. I mean, there's fire. You show up to we're gonna get these guys, and they break a cable, and then they all get engulfed in flames.
He had life-changing supplies.
They're gonna be like,
behind
there's
that
demons
fence.
over there. They turn people into fire when you get close.
20 years in, life-changing supplies. Nobody else risks their life to try and get some medicine or whatever he had.
Maybe he held them off. I mean, there's 20 years of story that we don't know. You know, they only showed little snippets.
The
The weirdest part was he hit a button on a generator and they got energy for
I know.
20 years. That's
them
weird.
surviving that long themselves, but I don't.
Tell it. We need more. We need
It was
more
a nice
Bill
story.
and
It
Bill.
was the
and
guy
Fred.
from White Lotus, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I knew I recognized his face. I was like, I think
Yes,
he
he
had a
was
mustache last
the
time I
management
saw him.
owner, right?
Yeah.
But he was Australian in that.
Yeah. He does a lot of
Probably is
accents.
Australian.
Oh, good day.
Good day, mate. Bloody Aussies. Don't know much about them no more.
Thanks for coming, Nontendo Podcast.
I got red, blue, and white.
Good,
flowing-
you
flowing through
you
my veins
can
now.
go to Patreon, subscribe. You ended. You do the ending thing. That is a beautiful cup of coffee.
It's nice. It doesn't beat Bob's Big Bean, but
Oh, thanks, man. Or trade.
Please check out Trade. Go to drinktrade.com/Nontendo and get a free bag with a subscription. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.